Okay, so I am officially recording. So I think the big thing that everybody agreed and said was super important was how to and the importance of growing your customer base. So yesterday and today, I looked at things both on the files tab on our works on our, excuse me, on our team page. I mean, think April, I think you've added some things recently to the file section. But I scrolled down to the very bottom from like 2014 and got some notes off of that. And then I went to the training center and looked up some other things. So honestly, guys, you're more than welcome to always ask questions on our team page of, hey, can anybody give me tips on this or give me advice on this? And we'll do it. We're more than happy to. That's what we do. But I would honestly first go to the training center. Where I found a lot of this information is you go to the training center and then you click on the link that says browse by topic. And then it brings up like five or six different like columns depending on the topic. And so I kind of went to I literally probably spent 45 minutes on there because I wanted to see everything that was on there. So I played around a lot, but the place where I got some was called Maximize Productivity. But there is so much stuff on the training center, guys. I would seriously challenge and encourage you to maybe make a goal and watch one video a week, 2 videos a week, 1 a day, whatever works for your schedule. There is just so much good stuff on there. There's PDFs that you can just print off. And then there are some that are actual audio and video. But seriously, I would pick a topic and watch one video just whenever you can. There's just so many great things on there that people have contributed, both consultants and corporate. One of the things that I think is super important is you have to actually make that commitment to grow that customer base. And with anything, consistency is like the absolute key. You have to be consistent with it because these people, you are their consultant. And if you're not doing anything for them and you're not letting them know, you're not communicating with them, they're going to go somewhere else or find someone else who is. So kind of like not being in their face in a bad way, but being the face of Scentsy for your customers, that's going to show them that you're taking this serious. Like, this is your business and I'm serious about it. And this isn't kind of just like something that I do, like this is real for me. Like, I take this serious. This is what pays my bills. This is what pays for trips. This is what pays for Christmas. Like, I'm serious about this. So I'm going to treat my customers like gold. And you have to be consistent with the information you're giving them, any programs you might have with them, which I'll go over, but you've got to make a commitment to talk to people, because just like recruiting, the only way you're going to get customers is to talk to people. So like 5 things that I wrote was make a commitment to talk to 10 people. And that can be 10 people a day, 10 people a week, 10 people a month. You make that goal for yourself. Like, nobody else can make that goal for you. So you have to make the goal that fits your lifestyle, fits your personality, but you kind of do have to challenge yourself. Don't make it super easy, because that's how you grow. You grow through challenges. And so I would really honestly tell you guys, make a commitment to talk to 10 people. And I want you to talk to them both about products and the business opportunity. Whatever one you talk to first, lead it with the next one. And so that truly teaches you to be consistent, because you're like, okay, I put 10 catalogs or whatever you choose for your marketing materials. I put 10 of those in my purse and I am not coming home until they're gone. You can do that kind of a challenge with yourself. You can say, I'm going to text 10 people today and I'm not going to watch a certain show, or I'm not going to go do this until it's done. So make those like hard challenge and hard goals for yourself, because that is going to make you work and it's going to make it pay off even better. And you're going to grow from it. You're going to become better at it, and you're going to become more consistent to where you kind of almost like don't need to challenge yourself anymore, because it just becomes a habit. So consistency for me becomes a habit. So for me, I know I talk about running all the time because that's basically my life, but to me, it now is a habit. I don't have to like tell myself to go run. I enjoy it enough that it's not even, I don't like think about it anymore. It's just a habit, and it's because I've been consistent with it. The second thing is following up. That is huge, huge, huge with your customers, is to follow up, whether it's an internet order, a party order, an individual order, Scentsy Club, a whiff box, any type of order or customer that orders from you, you have got to make a system of how you're going to follow up with that person. A big one that I think a lot of us kind of maybe forget to do, and when I say a lot of us, I mean me, that let's say you do some kind of a party, you know, home party, basket, virtual, Facebook, you know, however you do your parties, I always totally forget to follow up with all of the guests. I guess I'm just so focused on following up with the host and then just going, okay, guys, thanks for the party. I had a lot of fun, and like totally just forgetting about the following up. And so you want to make sure that you have a system also in place of gathering those guests' information so that you can follow up with them, because you never know, by following up with Susie, who was at Holly's party, she could be your next recruit, because you're following up with her, and you then can say, hey, just wanted to know how your Scentsy is going. It looks like you received your order. I hope your experience is amazing. However you want to talk to your customers. But reaching out to each of those party guests is super crucial, because if not, you have one customer, which was the host. But if you reach out to all of those guests, they are all now your customers. So do not forget to follow up with guests from a party, and then any kind of customer who has bought from you, no matter, how they did it. You want to follow up with them, after they receive their order, send them a, thank you postcard, whatever. I'll kind of get into that in a little bit. So following up is like super key to keeping those customers. Otherwise, they're what we call orphans. They don't belong to anybody, and they'll just buy from anybody, and you want them to buy from you. So you've got to keep like that communication and that, friendship and relationship open. And once again, it goes back to number one, you've got to be the one that's in their face as far as being the face of Scentsy, so that they don't get it from anybody else. You want them to stay with you. The next one is you need to like know what your business hours are. So once again, Scentsy is like just system. Everything is kind of wrapped around systems, but it's going to help you work smarter, not harder. And so you want to make sure that you have a system, whether it be looking at an actual physical calendar, on your phone, whatever. But, and if you already do this, like you already have like business hours, that is awesome. Because I think for most of us, we want to stay open 24/7 because we don't want to miss out on anything. But I think it's important that you respect your own life, meaning husband, kids, pets, whatever you've got going on that's not related to Scentsy, you need to like respect and honor that, and know that with Scentsy, family always comes first, no matter what. So I think it's actually really good to kind of set business hours and let your customers know that. Say you get a text at 9:30 at night and they're wondering if you've got, a certain pod or whatever. You do not have to text back right then. Like it's just wax, right? Nobody's gonna die. So it's always important to know when you want to work and when you don't. And I think your customers, will actually kind of respect that, and they'll be like, oh, wow, like this is a business for her. She's got business hours. Like she's professional. She knows what's up. And now I know that I shouldn't text her at 9:30 asking if she has such and such. Like, that's kind of not cool, you know? So look at your calendar, see when you want to work, see what day, maybe like a Sunday. You don't even look at your phone as far as Scentsy. You don't get online. You don't look at your workstation. You don't meet anybody. You don't do any transactions. Maybe, you know, Sunday is just set aside for family and worship and whatnot. So just kind of create those boundaries for yourself, because the last thing you want to do is get taken advantage of by your customers. So kind of know your boundaries, know when you want to work, know when you want to have parties. You know, I think that's a huge thing is, hey, I do deliveries this day. I will, you know, I can't remember, I think it was Kristen who was here last week. She was talking about, like, she only does deliveries on Fridays. She's like, if you want me to drive to your house, you can wait till Friday. If not, I will put it on my porch, you know, and I'll have your name on it and you can come and get it. So setting those things up too, I feel like is really important. Okay, why did I write that? What to have? Oh, okay. Fourth one leading to when you want to have parties is obviously to have parties, because that is where you're going to reach your biggest audience all in one sitting. And what, you know, and that can mean obviously home party, whatever. It relates to everything, even if it's virtual. That's your target audience. And like, how many opportunities are you going to have to get 5 to 10 customers in one party, like in one situation in general? So parties are absolutely crucial to building your customer base, because that is where you're going to get the customers. And then it's like a spider web. It just goes from there. And that's where you do the bookings, because then you'll get to the next level of customers and then the next level. And so you never want to stop booking parties, because that is where you're going to really grow your customer base. And then the last thing that I feel like is super duper duper important of the 5 things is referrals. A lot of people are like, "Ooh, I don't really feel comfortable asking for referrals," and that's okay. But just know that that is just one more additional way that you can grow your customer base. So once again, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Start some, and I wish I had a postcard, but I think I ran out of all of them. I did a leadership development group a couple years ago, and one of the things that we worked on were referral cards. And so you can set it up however you want. I really will try to find mine, because I would imagine that I've got one around here somewhere. But you can set up any kind of, see what April's showing. You can do like different kind of like levels of like a referral. Hey, refer a friend, you get a free Scent Circle. You know, like if that person orders, I'll give you this. So it's kind of like different levels of how you're going to thank the person for the referral. I think I got one, or, you know, did one where it was like refer a friend list, a party, and then like a recruit, you know, and then the reward for your person doing that gets higher.
That's what mine
so
is.
will you
Yeah,
will you take a picture and put it in the units for postcards?
Yes, but I don't love this one. It's not like I'm proud of it.
Oh
But
no, it's totally
old.
fine. It just will give them an idea, and then you guys can
Okay.
completely make it your own depending on what you're comfortable with. What's up, Holly?
Oh, I was just going to say, I saw a really cute idea, especially for the end of this month, to do as a referral card. And it is Mardi Gras themed. And you give Mardi Gras beads, and it says something along the line of, I don't know, throw the beads or give these beads to a referral. I don't know, something like that. I'll have to find it and show you. But it was like the cutest idea
That sounds
somebody
really
came
cool.
up with. And they just went
cool.
and got the beads at Dollar Tree. But it was such a cute idea. That was.
Are they like mailing them out or something? Or do you know if are they just doing it with people they know or something?
I don't know. It may be just in orders that they send out, you know, like hand deliver, or maybe packages that they send out. I mean, I wouldn't do a special mailer for these.
Right. That's what I was wondering. Like,
But you know, I mean, anything works, right?
yeah.
Yep. So like I said, it's just one more way to grow your customer base is referrals. And once again, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, asking for referrals. So, if that isn't something that you like physically face to face feel comfortable asking, make a postcard, make a business card, make a magnet, make anything you want that will allow you to have that conversation of asking for referrals, and then know that they will get rewarded for those referrals. So it's a win-win. April, did anybody else have anything? Because that was like my first section, and now I have this section to go over. But if somebody else has anything they want to talk about.
I have a few. I don't know if Holly does or not. Holly, do you have anything?
I was just going to show if you wanted to, because I know that you said you were going to come back to it, just what I put in my thank yous mailers, but that's not anything pressing.
Okay.
Do you want to do that after customer thing or?
Yeah.
Sure.
I figure it's nice to like hear from other people, so it's not just me the whole time. So, and all of you guys have such great ideas. I don't want to.
Yeah. I wrote down 5 things too. Funny, Alexis, that you had 5. I wrote down 5 things, and it was the referral card. So again, I think that's super important. And I just pop them in orders. And then, yeah, mine is you get a free scent circle for a new customer. You get a half price item for a party if somebody books a party. And that of course is the perpetual reward. And then refer a consultant and you get a warmer. And that actually happened to me before. Somebody actually referred somebody that joined and I gave them a free warmer. So that works. Another one is to expand your customer base. I know last week somebody had asked about using social media, which I think is a topic we'll have to get to eventually. But on every warmer that I pack, I put this in there, and it's basically one of those snap, share and save cards.
I love that.
Yep. And it's when your order arrives, do a little happy dance, take everything out and snap a picture of all your goodies, share the picture on your story on Facebook or Instagram and tag me. If you're not a fan of sharing on your social media, share it on my Scent Loving Groupies page. And then that's the QR code for my Facebook group. And then they just, and when they do, I send them a scent circle and I give them lots of love. And those people often will not only share, but I feel like they tend to like and comment on my post more, because when I send them a thank you, I always tell them, when you like and comment on my stuff, it really helps me boost my business. So I just kind of make sure I show them the love when they do that. So
I like that you have the QR code for your group. Is that like your business page or like a VIP group?
That's my VIP group. And I'm getting to be all about the QR codes. Like Holly, you were in that. I watched the Thursday night shift, the QR code catalog party. That is freaking genius. Yeah,
so, the idea is really cool.
Freaking genius. So
I don't know how it works.
They usually post on YouTube after their calls, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched and I was like, "Whoa, that's genius!" But
so if you guys like want to know what Holly and April are talking about, it's another actually a collection of SSDs that they invite basically anybody, and it's similar to, it's a Zoom chat, but they just call it Thursday night shift. And then they post it to YouTube. And so if you guys want an additional like Zoom training just to listen in on, because it's already been recorded, just go to YouTube and type up Thursday night shift. I'm assuming those will pull up, and when you got time, just sit and watch for a little bit and learn. And because that stuff is like so up here, like I need to learn about QR codes and all that good stuff. So
yeah, it is pretty up there.
I'll probably be watching it too.
It's fun. All right. And then this is my favorite one. Are you ready? This one, I feel like I might have made up. I might have made this myself. This might be my not stolen idea. I don't have many of those. But it all started when
What happened was,
But what happened was,
so and actually it's truly what happens. Like I felt like I was at a point in my business where I wasn't getting new people and I needed new people. And a friend of mine ordered, and her workplace actually happens to be closer to me than her home. So I decided to deliver it to her work. And before I went to her work, I thought, you know what? I'm going to ask her if she'll give out a bunch of little goodie bags. I don't remember what holiday it was, Christmas, Valentine's, whatever, Halloween, but I put together just little dollar store bags. And inside the bag, I put a product sheet. I put a join brochure right from the workstation. I put a sample, just a wax sample. And then I put the Be a Smarty Book a Party.
that's cute.
And this I just made up yesterday. I'm getting ready to do it again with some friends. So I have the new release sticker card in there, but I didn't do that the first time I ever did this. But anyways, just put that little bag together, and I put 10 of them together. And I messaged my friend and I said, listen, I am willing to deliver this to you, but you got to do something for me. I said, if I bring 10 goodie bags, will you pass them out to 10 different people that you work with? And she said, yeah, I can do that. So I gave her the 10 goodie bags, dropped everything off. I left. Right when I got home, she was already texting me, we want to have a party.
that's
Awesome.
cool.
Everybody had different scents, and basically like picture like a work environment and a bunch of people getting these little bags with all these different scents, and everybody going, oh, and you know, with COVID, it might not work as well because people aren't sharing sniffs as easily as they did back then. But I have done that, gosh, several times now, like maybe 5 or 6 times. And it has worked every single time. A couple times it's gotten me parties. Every time it's gotten me an order, every single time. It's almost like an on the go Scentsy party. Like, you know, you've given everybody samples, they're sharing, they're seeing the products, there's an excitement because they're talking about it. Oh, did you see this one? Did you see that one? That kind of thing. So I think that has just been really helpful. And I think it would be something that anybody could replicate and do. You know, it's Valentine's Day coming up. Go to the dollar store, get some cute little bags, put some product sheets in there. You know, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, a little wax sample in there, like, and have a friend or two pass them out. That's really easy to do. And I know a lot of people are working from home, so that might not be as readily available. I know myself, I'm having a hard time. 2 people that I've had do it before for me work at home now. So I know those 2 people are out. So I just had to like rack my brain a little bit harder. Who is going to work every day that could pass these out? Or who goes to church every weekend that could pass these out? You know, who sees a group of people still with COVID that would pass these out for me? So that was one.
So April, to piggyback on that,
Mhm.
I do that for my dermatology office.
Damn it, I thought I
And,
made it up.
I mean, not like exactly like yours, but I do the same thing where I'll do like a little packet of like old discontinued testers, and I'll put like 3 in each bag. And then I'll tell the ladies, I'll be like, hey, you guys can swap and switch. And if you don't like that one, you guys can just, because it promotes them to be like an active participant, and it makes them excited of, okay, well, which samples did you get in your little baggie? You know, and we're talking like ones from like way back, right? Like 2 seasons ago. And I'm like, hey, I just want to let you guys know, these are like, you can't get these scents. So don't text me and say, hey, I want more of this, because I don't have them. Like, these are really old testers, but you can still use them. You know, you can knife it out, put it upside down. Anyway, it gets them so excited for that same reason. They start talking to each other and going, hey, can I swap you that one if you don't like it? And it gets them excited about fragrance and,
Mhm.
you know, getting the testers that they want. And then another thing I was going to say is lots of people still are working, like the medical industry, dentists, doctors, you know, those kind of places that literally are essential to staying open. And if we can just give them something to smell and smile, like, I think that is like, that's what everybody needs right now, is just to be happy about something and smile. And fragrance can do that. It can do so many things for us. And so if you have to go to dentist, doctor, dermatologist, any kind of place that is still open, take advantage of that, because it sounds silly because yeah, they're just like little flat felt testers or whatever you decide to give them. It's going to make them happy because it's something that is not COVID related. And that is what they are surrounded with all day. And so it's just one thing to distract them, to give them something to do, hurry and smell and then put the mask back on, and so you got to be creative in the things you do right now. But honestly, guys, can you guys imagine once this COVID is over and everything opens back up, our businesses are going to freaking explode. Seriously, guys, like as you were talking, April, about, COVID kind of is changing some things, all of a sudden it dawned on me. I'm like, okay, first of all, everybody's going to be hopefully hugging and not having to be 6 feet apart, and we can do home parties. And I don't know, I have to keep thinking about the future and how good it's going to be, because if not, I just, you get trapped in that like cycle of just depression. So anyway,
Yep.
that just kind of like got me excited about when this is going to be over.
Well,
And in the meantime, still focus on the places that still are open that you do business with.
Yeah.
You give them your money.
Yeah.
Like the least they can do is take your stuff and hand it out and be happy,
Yeah. Yeah. And I've offered, there's another friend that when I first offered for her to do it, I gave her a free bar. I'm like, I'll bring an extra bar of wax if you do this for me. And she's
well,
like,
especially if they have like a warmer in their break room, or a fragrance flower, something that provides fragrance that we have. If they've got that in their break room, bathrooms, whatever, I always say, guys, I'll provide you 1 bar every 2 weeks. I'll bring it in. If you'll let me put, a little something in your break room, I want to thank you for that. So I will supply the wax if you guys will just have this out. So did you have anything else, April?
I have 2 more actually. They're both quick though.
Do it.
One is so key, I think, though, that I think a lot of people are missing. Fundraisers. That is such a great way to expand your customer base. Such a great way. When I first joined, I joined in November of 14 and decided to take on a fundraiser February of 15. So literally 3 months in. I knew nothing about the business. I knew nothing about fundraisers. I was like figuring it all out as I go. So don't feel like you can't do it because you don't know how. I mean, it's so simple, basically just like setting up a party. You set up a link, you find an organization, like pet shelters are great. I have done 3 different ones. And there's one that I do consistently. I actually now just keep an open link on my website for them all the time. And I just literally close it out every 2 or 3 months, give them the donation and start up another one. But anyways, February of 2015, I did this fundraiser, brand new. And I still have 3 customers from that still buy from me. They've been buying from me since 2014. So that's 2015. So that's a long time. So you can get, and a couple of them I've never even met. Like one of them I've met before because she picks up her product and gets the free shipping, but the other ones live kind of far and they just go on my website. Or we have a Facebook relationship. Like, I text with them and check in on them and stuff. We have a relationship, but I've never met them face to face. Complete strangers, complete cold market that I got through a fundraiser. So I think that that's a great idea of getting people branching out into people that you don't know. And then those people can lead to other people. I actually just got a referral from somebody from that fundraiser group, and she wants to have a party. So, and she referred somebody to have a party. So, it just kind of like you have to get outside of the warm market though. You have to. And then the other one was Alexis kind of already touched on it, just having parties. Like, I think so many people are stuck right now, like feeling like, oh, nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to buy. You have to find somebody to have a party. And the way I do that is every time somebody orders, I offer a party. Every single time somebody orders, I offer a party. They send me their order. I'm like, I can get you this for free if you want me to set up a Facebook party for you real quick. Like, we can do that. And it's just a quick offer. It's not, it's not me asking them to do me a favor. It's me offering them a favor. I can get this for you for free. So we can do this. So, and then I actually that girl that just referred the party, I made these party packs up last night that I'm super excited about. This is also from the Thursday night shift group. They're into these party packs. So what I did was I told this girl who's going to host that I would send her a party pack and to pick 2 VIP friends that would be her VIP party guests. And I was going to send those 2 people a packet. Now, the big people who make a whole lot of money on Scentsy, like they send party packs out to everybody in the party. I can't afford that yet. Someday, but not now. So I told her to pick 2 people and I would send them both a party pack and she would get a party pack. And basically inside here, it's the catalog. It is, I got all my confetti. Oh, look, it's this, Holly and Alexis.
Oh, okay. Love it.
So that's the dish
Yay,
soap.
that looks awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked hard on it. And then I did, is this Scentsy Fresh or Counter Clean? Counter Clean samples. I did a wax chunk sample. And I gave them 9 testers. And so
Like the tester's idea.
I'm mailing it out, and there's the catalog, and I filled the catalog. Oh, this is cute too. This is from Blue Cottage Mommy.
Yeah.
So yep. So she did that. So again, stolen. Most of my stuff is.
Hey. R&D. Okay. R&D. Rip off and duplicate. Okay. Not stolen.
Sharing is caring, right?
Exactly. That's what we're about.
So, and I told her that the VIP customers of hers had to agree to share the love. So they had to be able to take that catalog and scents and share it with either family members, neighbors, or coworkers. And so now I feel like, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I feel like I have 3 people in that party working, the hostess and her 2 VIPs. So hopefully
That's smart.
the way I want. So we'll
I
see.
like that idea.
Now, are you combining that with any kind of like a Facebook thing?
Yes, it's going to be a Facebook party. It's
Okay.
going to be a Facebook party. Yep. So, and I'm mailing out the party packs tomorrow. The Facebook party starts this Saturday. So I don't really even have it all worked out yet, but see how you can do this. You can just kind of wing it and figure it out as you go.
Hey, you have to let us know next week. Remind me to talk about next week. You
Yeah.
have to let us know how it's going.
I sure will.
We're all super invested, so you have to let us know what's going on.
Well, and you're going to have somebody ask, so April, are those current testers or are those retired testers?
Great question. These are current. So they're my old ones of ones that returned.
From the seasons before.
Because remember I told you about that big 20 gallon
tub that,
yeah, so I'm trying to get rid of them.
yeah. See, and I've even seen it where last season, well, not fall and winter, but last spring and summer, I had a party come up and I bought 6 bars of all the new stuff. And once those came in, then I literally took that, I don't have it with me. I literally took that and I cut off little like slivers off of the cubes. And I did like a little baggie full of all the current scents and put that in there as well. So if you don't have testers to spare, you can always use samples. And it doesn't have to be a whole cube. It doesn't have to be a big one. It can be no more than a felt sample. It could be a felt sample, but if you want them to like just be able to enjoy that scent and try it out, just cut little slivers off of your cubes of the new stuff, put that all together in like a larger baggie, you know, that fits them all, and send that with them. So don't feel like that you have to go and purchase, you know, testers if you are newer and don't have any just kind of laying around. So that's an option as well. You could even just do the scent of the month if that's all you've got. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
as
would
many
highly
different
recommend,
scents.
I would highly recommend, I mean, oh gosh, please don't do all 80. Like,
right. No.
you know, I mean, honestly, please don't do all 80. Because that just gets really overwhelming for them. But yeah, you can either highlight, you know, the new, so right now, like the new spring and summer. How many new ones do we have? 12, 15,
10.
something like that? 10? Okay.
10.
Or scent of the month. Or you can do the flip side if these are all brand new people, and you can just do the classics. And that used to be a category, was just classics. And now I think in the catalog, they have them like bestseller. So, I mean, there's some like black raspberry vanilla that has been around since I've been a consultant. So, I mean, you can kind of flip it and you can just do the best sellers, or you know, work with what you've got. Like Holly said, don't go out and buy a bunch, spend a whole bunch of money. Use what you have, but you know, work within your budget. But just know there's lots of different ways that you can do those like little scent samples. I mean, you can just send them one and that's fine. Please don't feel like you have to like do everything that everybody else is doing, because we're all at different points in our business. And like, please, I mean, the biggest thing is just don't compare yourself. Everybody's on a different like path and journey. And so yes, please don't compare yourself and think that you have to do every single thing that we're saying, because that would just be crazy. So anyway, that's my public service announcement for the day. You're welcome. Was that all you had to share, April? Okay. So the following information I got from that manager productivity, maximize your productivity on the training center. So one thing that I think is like super basic is that you need to become familiar with the products, because the more you become familiar with the products, the more you are going to look through the catalog and you're going to be like, hold up, wait a minute. I have a friend who this is her favorite color. And now that like I know what color this is, I am totally going to send her a picture of it. I'm going to say, guess what? This reminded me of you because I know that you love this color. Or, hey, I know that you aren't a big fan of wax, but hey, we got this new oil and it has rosewood in it. And I know that you bought that from me in the past. So it's tying products to your customers. And so that is twofold. You need to get to know your customers, and then you need to get to know your product so that you can put them together. That was my, okay, we got that. Okay. So that way you'll start thinking about more people as you learn about the products, because you're probably, you may or may not, as you're going through the catalog or looking somewhere, you might go, wait, I remember I had a friend in high school who absolutely loved the smell of gardenias. Well, I'm going to reach out to her and let her know, Holly, I saw that. I'm going to let her know that we have this amazing lush gardenia that just came back. And so you guys know where I'm going with this. So the more you learn and know and become familiar with the products and what we have and the different product categories, the more people you're going to think about who you want to share that with. So super important. Advertising, social media, texts, emails, that one thing called a telephone, phone calls. Those are all super important. We all kind of know the importance of that. I won't go too much into that, just for time purposes. Keep your customers informed of everything that's going on. You never want to leave them in the dark about something, because the worst thing is when you have a customer go and say, hey, I saw that you guys are now offering that Marvel warmer. I didn't know about that. I saw it on Facebook from somebody else, like, oh, worst feeling ever. So you just advertising as far as social media, text, emails, phone calls, keep your customers in the loop of everything that's going on. Leave Scentsy everywhere you go. Holly and I have had the opportunity, the amazing opportunity, to road trip it to several Scentsy reunions, because we live in like Central Texas, North Texas. So the last, minus California, the last like 4 reunions have been, within reasonable driving distance of us. So, Holly always comes to my house with a big old bag, and she's got all these things in it, marketing materials, catalogs, samples, all that stuff. And she's like, every gas station we stop at, I'm going to use the restroom and I'm going to leave something in there, and she is so good at that. And I'm getting there because I mostly just forget. And so take Scentsy with you and leave it wherever you go. Whether it's just she literally has a stack of scent circles, and she's like, I don't want to come home with any of these. So my goal is to get rid of all of these, and we'll see what happens. And if nothing happens, it's okay. Don't give up. You want to leave Scentsy everywhere you go, and just hope that it comes back to you. But just don't ever quit doing it. Some things that I've done in the past, mind you, like I said, I've been doing this for 14 years. If you've got apartment complexes in your area, I would go to every single one of them and I would ask them, do you guys do like a move-in packet when new people move in? And if so, would it be okay if I added something to that packet? And so that just gives you that whole apartment complex as customers, potential customers. Hey, would you mind if I leave a little, on the Scentsy store, they have pop-up displays, and they're just like a thick cardboard with like a little thing in the back to keep it up and a little place for your business cards. I used to buy so many of those, and I would leave them wherever they would let me, salons, nail salons, apartments, model homes, anywhere that has an area for it. And I would say, do you mind if I put this pop-up display in there? It's just got my business cards. You don't have to do anything. And then if you become like good friends with these people, say it's a friend that owns a boutique, you can say, hey, would you mind if I leave a plug-in in your bathroom? Or, you kind of got to feel out the situation to see what they're cool with. But what's great now is we've got the wall fan diffusers. Oh my word, like I'm just now having like these huge epiphanies of what I can do, is that now that we have the wall fan diffusers, you don't have to worry about wax spilling or anything like that, or anything breaking. And you can just say, hey, would you be okay if I just set this down here? Whereas before with a plugin, you couldn't, because what if they, wax got everywhere? So, you can go to apartment complexes, ask them if they've got a move-in thing. You can go to if you guys live where you're in an HOA, you can ask your HOA people if they do that type of thing as well for new move-ins. I live like in a master plan community, but within that we have neighborhoods that all have like a name. And we've got this lady that lives in our neighborhood, and she's like so all about community. She's involved with everything. She decorates her house gangbusters for Halloween and Christmas because she lives right when you drive in. And she's super involved with just our neighborhood alone. And so whenever anybody moves in, she finds out and puts something together for them. And different neighbors in our neighborhood contribute to like a basket. So she always knows to contact me when she's putting a gift basket together, and I'll usually, put something in there. So just ideas, apartments, move-in packets. Obviously super important to brand yourself, whether it's your car, shirts, hats, buttons, whatever, brand yourself and people will ask. We have a lot of cool approved vendors that can somebody, Holly, quite a few of them, of the approved vendors, because you bought quite a few stuff. And there's one in particular that does have a Facebook page, and she has the cute thing that Annie and you wore Mitchy Matchy at my house, like super on trend, like stuff you would want to wear. And
I can attach those to our group page, the
cool.
link to those, so people can go see both of the shops that have stuff.
Okay. Vistaprint has stuff. The Scentsy Success Store has stuff on how you can brand yourself. They even have like, this just came to me. They even have like pens that you can personalize. They've got spatulas that you can personalize, cute little spatulas. Even if you don't want them personalized, you can still buy them and, attach something to them, include it as a gift with their order. So lots of things that you can do as far as advertising. Ask where you do business if you can set up a display. Model homes, I used to do that a lot, where I would go in there and I would have a warmer set up with all my business cards and some marketing materials. You obviously, if you set up anywhere, you can't sell anything out of it. You can only put a display up for people to like take your business card or whatever kind of marketing materials, and then they have to contact you privately. So I just don't want to get anybody in trouble with like compliance. So if you see anywhere, especially at restaurants, they have big giant like cork bulletin boards that are like full of, selling my truck, da 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 da. Take a business card and pin it up there. So you never know what could happen. I know some people have made like a cute thing with like the pull off tags at the bottom. So, just another option for advertising. You can do coupons, referrals, model homes. Okay, and then something that I have not done for a very long time, personalizing our newsletters. So Scentsy does a newsletter for us once a month, sends it out to all of our customers. I think we're actually notified before it goes out, hey, if you want to personalize it, you have until this date. So that's always good because it's going to your customers already. You don't have to do anything. They send it. But I would really recommend going in there and going, I wonder what's being sent to my customers because I didn't put it together, but I still would like to know. So go in there, check it out, see what's written in there, and you can go in and personalize it with whatever you want. Another idea. Customer mail outs. This is where you can be super uber creative. Obviously, we can give you ideas, but sky's the limit since they already are your customers and they bought from you. It's kind of like, in a way, like free reign. So there's a lot of things that we can't do as far as personal specials. We can't advertise that unless it is a Scentsy like sponsored, the Scent and Warmer of the Month, the clearance section. Those are good. Those are fine because there's any of the flyers on Scentsy's website we can use. That's totally fine. Anything that you're doing personally, you have to do it face-to-face, in a text, in an email, in a mail out. It has to be one-on-one. It can't be public. So just keep that in mind. I don't want anybody to get in trouble with the compliance police. So, and some consultants take it upon themselves to be the compliance police. Once again, not worth your time. But yes, customer mail outs. You can do specials of the month. I know a lot of consultants actually do a monthly newsletter for their customers. And, it's just on a piece of paper. They fold it 3 times, put it in an envelope. It just takes a regular stamp. And they do cute graphics, which I don't know how to do, where they do the Scent and Warmer of the Month. They do a personal special. They do, it just kind of gives them a highlight of what's going on that month for you as a consultant. Because once again, because it's to that customer, you can put personal specials in there because you're not advertising it publicly. Man, I use my hands a lot. Okay, I seriously need to sit on them. Okay. One thing that I have seen a lot of people doing is, if you are friends or know or don't know, contacting real estate agents and asking about new home specials. There's so many cute ideas out there of people that are so creative as far as their cute baskets and what they put in them. You can look those up. You can Google them or YouTube them or whatever. But one thing that has been really popular for me is I have a really good running friend who's a real estate agent, and every like 3 to 6 months, she places an order for anywhere between 10 and 15 fragrance flowers because they are generic enough that it will go with any decor. It's beautiful, it's classy, it's small, which is good because you don't know the person's space. You don't, and a lot of people do that, bless your home. And obviously that will give you more PRV when you go to order all of these home gifts for people. That's great. For me, I think the fragrance flowers are so easy. They're so simple. The only thing I wish is that they would make the boxes a little bit prettier, that they come in and that the label of the actual fragrance would be on the top. So you can make your own label to put like Blue Grotto, Darling Dahlia, you can get creative with that. But I've done this 2 times with her. And I mean, 10 fragrance flowers, if I just were to put them in, $160 right there. And so I order like one of several different fragrances. And then I just give them to her because she has let me know. She's like, you don't need to do anything fancy, just include whatever marketing materials, but kind of let us put it in the basket how we want it. And I'm like, dude, that's one less thing I have to worry about. So, work with your agents on how they want you to present the product. For me, it's super easy because they don't want me to. They're like, you can just keep it in the box because we're just going to put it in here and but make sure to put it in a sack so that they do know who to contact for more. And one time I actually opened up each box and I made, like, when you open it up, I actually like put, welcome to your new home. I can't wait for you to make wonderful memories. Please contact me if you would like more of this. I just made it super simple. I didn't want to overwhelm these new homeowners. So I just put a little message right there. I included like the product sheet and my business card, and that's it. So that's a great avenue for letting somebody else do the work for you, is with real estate agents. Okay, so as far as growing the customer base, I guess more related to just being an amazing consultant to where your customers will want to refer you or they will want to continue doing business with you, is just letting them know about all the awesome, amazing programs we have. Scent and Warmer of the Month, LTOs, Club, with Box, and then any personal specials you want to do face-to-face or, just not public. You might have certain customers like Patty. I don't know if you guys can see, she is a diehard Disney fan. So she's going to have customers that we don't have. And so she needs to make sure that that little niche of fellow Disney lovers know about every single LTO we have, whether it's Disney, Marvel, everything else we have, because I can't think about all of them that we have right now, but we have so many like niche products that, like the Disney and stuff, and the LTOs, that certain customers of yours are going to want to know about. So once again, it comes back to knowing your customers and what they love and what kind of things they're interested in. And you got to make sure that you're servicing those customers according to their niche. So obviously I'm not going to like hound the people that I know that don't love, they're not like huge Star Wars fans. I know, I don't need to like bombard them with all that information. Whereas I'm going to do, fragrance flowers for my real estate agents. Like that's what I'm going to upsell. So know your markets, know your customers, and know how to put them together with Scent and Warmer of the Month, LTOs. Club has been a huge thing for me. I'm still working on, how to promote that, how to get more people signed up. And then with boxes, like those have been huge for me. And then when somebody, I just learned this, because it was one of the subjects on the training center, was when somebody in your downline cancels, you inherit all of their customers. So I didn't have time to actually like watch or read more into that certain topic, but I kind of just spaced that whole thing. And so I'm going to go probably maybe tonight, go back and get more information on that, because I have downlines that are constant, canceling, and I didn't know I inherited their customers. So I'm going to go back in and figure out how all of that works and how I find out who those customers are. I'm then going to reach out to them and say, hey, obviously I'm just winging it here. Hey, my name is Alexis Mayo. I'm a Scentsy consultant, and unfortunately, so-and-so is no longer with Scentsy, but now I get you as a customer. I'm sure it would be more eloquent than this, but just letting the customer know, hey, I'm your new consultant. You're not an orphan. I am here to help you. Here's my information. Here's my VIP page. I would love to connect with you and help you with all your Scentsy needs. So once again, that's another market that I totally forgot about, that when a downline cancels, you get their customers. I had no idea. So that's kind of like a built-in new customer base that I didn't have to do anything to get, but I want to keep them. So you got to reach out and let them know, hey, you're not just out in outer space. Make your customers feel valued. If you're into this, package your orders as frou-frou or cute or crafty or whatever, but make those orders pop so that they'll be like, oh my gosh, and then they're gonna want to share it like April has on her thing. They're gonna want to share it because it's so cute, and they like, you put that time and effort into making the order special, even if it was just like a bar. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she made the effort to make this look really cute with like confetti and frou-frou and tissue paper and whatever. So packaging orders, following up. You'll want to, another consultant said this, that a really great way to establish relationships with people, even if they've never bought Scentsy from you before, is every day go into Facebook and see who has birthdays that day. Even if they're a friend from 30 years ago from high school. If you see that they have a birthday, go in there, wish them a happy birthday, and then maybe private message them and say, hey, I would love to send you a Scent Circle as my birthday gift to you. It costs you $3, maybe even free for the Scent Circle, and little to no cost for mailing it. It's something just so simple, but you can then put materials in there so that they know where to order more. So you're not slamming it down their necks. You're not, making it awkward, but you're first wishing them a happy birthday and then private message them and say, I would love to get your address to send you just a little something in the mail for your big day. Because let's be honest, as an adult, it's like very rare. We're surprised. We don't really get unexpected gifts from people, so it's just something to brighten their day. There's lots of cute labels out there to put on a Scent Circle. I wish they would keep happy birthday as like a forever scent, so that we could send them out, because if they are a Scentsy customer and it's their birthday, you could send them out a happy birthday bar, if you know that they already have a warmer. So anyway, customer perks, get super uber creative with that on how you want to celebrate your customers, like special occasions, an anniversary, a birthday, whatever. You can even host VIP events, whether it be virtual or at your home. Back in the day, I used to do a back to school open house. Sometimes I would end up doing it like the day the kids went to school, and it was a reason for the moms to like drop and dash at the school. And then they would come to my house, and they just knew every August I would do this. And I would just have all my products out, and I deeply discounted a lot of them because a lot of them I had had for a long time. It was just that, a lot of people do like the tears and cheers, make it a theme type thing. Give it a fun kind of theme, or decorate your house. Whatever you want to do to make it special for your customers. So just know that give them perks and say, hey, if you invite somebody, I'll give you a free this. Or, if you book a party off of my fun little sip and smell, cheers and tears, whatever. Okay. I will reward you. I mean, they love being rewarded for stuff. So, and then this thing real quick, this is, and I can post this if I haven't already under the postcards, to kind of piggyback on April's thing about referrals, is I do this follow me on social media. Like, I'm just trying to get rid of these because I would love to revamp them, but I don't want to get rid of, I don't just want to throw away what I have. So I did like the different, obviously this is really old, but you can do different graphics. And then it just says, I would love for you to follow me and join my VIP customer group. My Instagram is, my Facebook is, and it just has links. Obviously this is super old. I'm still putting them in people's packets though, because I'm like, I should need to get rid of these. So you can also always do a follow me on social media. Once again, give them perks if they invite friends as well. So the goal is to have them work for you in the sense of, hey, I'm going to let you grow my customer base and I'm going to reward you if you bring people to a party, if you bring people to my house, if you bring people to my event, if you bring people to my social media, I'm going to reward you. So it's all about customer perks, making them feel valued for what they're doing for you and how you're going to reward them. So yeah, follow me on social media is really big. Okay, that's all I have. Anybody else? Annie, you've raised your hand. You may unmute.
Okay, I just have a really quick question. If this, I tried to go to the workstation to make sure that this was like allowed or in compliance, but I had the opportunity to advertise in my kids' school folders.
Oh.
And like basically I would have like a little spot on the school folders and it would be like my information, like my business card basically. And I think I'm allowed to do that. I went to the workstation and tried to read everything on science, didn't see anything that. Just wanted to get your feedback on that.
Oh, there you go. Yes, I've done that in the past with dance programs.
Yeah,
When my daughter did
like the
dance
bulletin.
because when we would have our recitals, which was like twice a year, they would get like a thing as they went in that showed them the lineup, you know, of the dances, and they would have people's businesses. Yeah, so I would definitely do that. For me, just to be safe, I usually would just, like you said, make it like a business card. I mean, I really think the only thing you can't do is I don't know, help me out, guys. You can't advertise that you have products. You can't advertise any specials.
Yeah, no.
Other than what Scentsy already has for us. But I would just put your, I would definitely do an image of you so that they know who you are. They can put a face to a name. All your information. Go ahead, Holly.
The one thing that I've
Yes,
heard of compliance,
I created like a little business card type thing.
The one way that I've heard compliance explain it before is basically however you list your business card is what you can post publicly for people to see. So, like if you have your picture and Scentsy, independent consultant, blah, 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 and then your name, your information, your website, you might be able to put a little blurb in there, but you can't say anything about specials. You can't have anything. So basically whatever you have on your business card is what you can post publicly to anything like magazines or bulletins or newspapers.
I would definitely look at, it's got to be in like marketing or training, I don't know, where they have like our standards, and in there they will have like a paragraph on advertising, because I know you have to have certain wording like independent Scentsy consultant. I know you probably have to have like the Scentsy
I used
logo.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Annie, I would use
Yes,
a QR
I definitely use that.
Ooh, do a QR code.
QR code.
I did. I actually created my own. I did do that. And I created like all my social media accounts and I just put a picture of me and I was like, follow me on social. That's all I said.
Okay, good.
So, and I just sent it in and hopefully it works out. But
I think that will. I think that'll
yeah,
be.
I'm going to see if that brings any business, but we'll see.
Yeah. I bet it will. Schools are great. I work at one.
It goes to my kids' school and
I'm not allowed to
Yes,
advertise
yes.
as a teacher. I'm not allowed. But I drive my car there. And
Well, does anybody
Oh my
else
gosh.
have anything to add? And then, because if not, I'll just stop the recording and then we can still chat. I'm just
Holly
gonna,
has Happy Mail or something, right? Is that
Yeah,
on?
I just started doing
oh yeah,
basically it's like it's combined two things together. So I'm taking my Happy Mail to customers and their thank yous for the order that they placed and kind of putting them together. But it's given me an opportunity to be able to give, samples, and it's being able to give information for like the monthly scents and stuff like that. So it's kind of like spoiling them and educating them all kind of at the same time. And I've found it to be fairly cheap, and so much so that I can do it in an envelope. And it only cost me about 80 cents as long as I keep it about, if you can do it at an ounce, then it's about 70 cents to mail. If you like, most of these end up being 1.3 ounces, and it's because of the dish soap sample that I put in there. It kind of makes it a little bulkier. But it's just a regular business envelope. I got them off of Amazon. And then I just take the product sheets here and I just fold them up because they are flat. And then I do a scent of the month brochure. Last month I did the discontinued list. I just printed it out, folded it up, put that in there. And then I went to Walgreens. I created this. Actually, I took an image somebody else created, went into Canva, created my own little like information flyer, and I had them printed out at Walgreens. And so this was actually a picture somebody else created, and it says, in January, 6 packs of wax bars, just $27. That's just $4.50 per bar. So then all I did was add my information, and I did my little caricature here and added a bubble that says first wax deal of the year. And I just printed that out on like photo paper at Walgreens, put that in there, and then I'd create my little thank you card, write a handwritten note of, hey, thank you for your last order, blah, 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 blah. Put that in, put in a felt sample, wax sample, and then I can't reach them, and then my dish soap sample packet. And that's it.
Wow.
I just shove them all in here, and it's still pretty flat. It only was 1.3 ounces in weight, and I was able to mail them to 25 people for 80 cents a piece. But this bad boy right here, she just smelt it. Okay, she opened it up and saw that it was the Jade and Jasmine. She calls me literally hours from getting it in the mailbox and was like, I need 6 bars of the Jade and Jasmine, like right now. Okay, so, you know, you're just dropping the little things. It's one, it's informative. 2, you're kind of spoiling, and boom, I just got a brand new order from somebody that rarely orders from me because I was playing catch up from months before where I didn't say thank you, you know. And it's just, you know, even something just that simple, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and I got an order out of it. So,
And Holly, you had a pretty amazing January.
I did.
That's awesome. So many good tips and advice on tonight. I love the mini party too, April. I like that idea.
Super
Yeah,
good.
And would you mind sharing the snap and share?
Yeah, will you
Would you
will
share
you
the
want me to
snap and
post it?
share card?
Will you
You
put
want me
that
to
on
want
the
to see
page?
it now, or you want me to post it? You want to see it?
Will you put on the page, April?
Yeah.
I will, but it's not my work, so I'll have to put the disclaimer. It's not my work.
Okay.
I think this is
I just
Kimberly.
want to like look at the wording so I can
Yeah.
create something similar.
Well, and just so you know, I will piggyback on that. There's an SSD up in Oklahoma, Jamie Solons, who I just love and adore, and she does the same thing, but for her, and I took a screenshot, so I'll post it as well, where she does like she does her own whiff boxes, and so you can order those like cute little white boxes, and she had taken a picture of the box open, and she puts the sticker right on the inside, and it's essentially the same thing, but I'm sure it's different wording. But so that's an option too, that, you know, if you do your own whiff boxes, you can put them in there as well.
I used to do the same thing. I did it. I did
Oh,
the
that's cute.
sticker labels. Yeah. And this is my work.
That brag and tag. Those are really cool.
So yeah, so I'll post that too. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop
like
the
that.
recording.